everyone, this is Monica with #GoalsEnglish. In this What's the Difference lesson, we're going to look at the difference between lose and loose. If this is your first video you've watched of mine or you've been around a while, please be sure to subscribe to see more videos about the American accent and English fluency, grammar, advanced vocabulary, and more. Let's take a look. Lose, loose. So these actually have the same first letter, right? The light L, and the same vowel, oo, right? The main difference here is going to be whether it's a Z or an S. So when we lose a game, we have the Z sound. And that vowel, some people will call it the long double O. I also sometimes call it the long U without the Y, because we see the long U in a word like you or cube with a Y sound, you. This is the same vowel but without the Y, so oo, just like in moon. When we say loose, actually the vowel is the same sound but it is slightly shorter. Lose, loose, right? Loose. Don't lose your loose shoes. So it's slightly shorter, but the IPA symbol looks the same. So lose with a Z, lose. So if we look at rhyming words, this will help us remember the difference. So with that Z, lose, we have the rhyming words choose, shoes, news, and blues, versus loose with an S. My shirt is loose. Moose, goose, juice, and truce. So notice here part of the confusion is that S can be a Z sound or an S sound, and then we have C, which can be K, a K sound, or S, an S sound. So let's look at the definitions for these words. So the first one with a Z, lose, means you can't find something or you're unable to find something or someone, okay? The past of that is lost. So I lost my keys. Oh, how could you lose your keys? It also is the opposite of win. I don't want to lose the game. Past tense, I lost the game. So let's look at our example sentences. Here is $5 for lunch. Don't lose it. And so oftentimes if we have a vowel after, we're going to link that Z sound, right? Lose it, zit, lose it. Don't lose it. Number 2, they lost the game today, but are hopeful they won't lose next time. So here we have S, lost, but on lose, Z, lose. Okay, let's look at the next one, loose, with the S, loose. So loose is an adjective and is the opposite of tight or attached. So let's do number 1. My daughter's first tooth is loose, right? My daughter's first tooth is loose. So usually this is exciting, right? Her first tooth, And if she lost it, right? She lost her first tooth. So here's a little confusing because you can lose your tooth, but before you lose it, it is loose, right? It wiggles. Loose tooth. Number 2, ever since he lost weight, all of his clothes are loose, right? So he lost weight and now his old clothes are loose. They're big on him, loose. So let's read through these sentences one more time. Be sure to repeat and listen not only for pronunciation, but stress and intonation. Here's $5 for lunch. Don't lose it. They lost the game today, but are hopeful they won't lose next time. My daughter's first tooth is loose. Ever since he lost weight, all of his clothes are loose. So now we have some tongue twisters. So I'm going to go through these one at a time and give some details about how to better pronounce these. So first one, I won't choose to lose my shoes, but if I lose my shoes, then I have to choose. So first let's look at our target words here. I won't choose to lose. So we have Z here, Z, lose, and also a Z here for choose. And shoes. I won't choose to lose my shoes, but if I lose my shoes, then I have to choose. So this whole one is full of rhyming words for lose. And let's look at some linking. I won't choose to, so not linking, but here is a reduction. We have a schwa sound, t. So instead of to, choose to lose, we reduce it, choose to lose my shoes. But if, okay, so here's linking, and this becomes a flap T, which has a D sound. But if I lose my, so there's a little linking here, lose my shoes, then I have to choose. Have to. So a lot of times this will sound like have to. But if you want to fully pronounce it, you can say have to choose. This can be a schwa. I have to choose. Most of the time, this is going to get reduced to have to. I have to choose. So let's do this again. I won't choose to lose my shoes. But if I lose my shoes, then I have to choose. Okay, one more time, faster. I won't choose to lose my shoes, but if I lose my shoes, then I have to choose. Let's look at the second one. A goose on the loose stole my juice from the caboose. So this one, we have all S's. A goose on the loose stole my juice from the caboose. Okay, a goose on linking. A goose on the loose stole my juice from the caboose. One more time. A goose on the loose stole my juice from the caboose. A little faster. A goose on the loose stole my juice from the caboose. Okay, so make sure you're repeating, and if some are too fast or too difficult, just go back and try again. Okay, third one and last one. If you race with loose laces, you'll surely lose your races. Okay, so now we've mixed up some of these sounds. So, if you race, S sound. If you race with loose laces, laces, so that final S is a Z sound. If you race with loose laces, you'll surely lose your races. Same as laces. Races. If you, so there's a little linking there. If you race with loose laces, you'll surely lose. There's a little linking there too. You'll surely lose your races. And this can reduce to instead of your races. And you can link there as well. If you race with loose laces, you'll surely lose your races. If you race with loose laces, you'll surely lose your races. So let's go through this whole list one more time. I won't choose to lose my shoes, but if I lose my shoes, then I have to choose. A goose on the loose stole my juice from the caboose. If you race with loose laces, you'll surely lose your races. Okay, I'm going to do this one more time very quickly. I don't expect you to be able to do it this quickly. If you can, amazing. But use this as a fast listening exercise. So don't look at the screen. Just listen and see if you can understand each word I say. I won't choose to lose my shoes, but if I lose my shoes, then I have to choose. A goose on the loose stole my juice from the caboose. If you race with loose laces, you'll surely lose your races. Last one more time. If you race with loose laces, you'll surely lose your races. That's all for this lesson on lose versus loose. I hope you found that helpful. If you did, please drop me a comment below or hit the like button, and make sure to subscribe for more lessons like this. If you want some mini lessons on the go, you can follow me on Instagram at goals.english. If you want more written exercises or written English lessons, you can check out my website at goalsenglish.com. All right, make sure to keep practicing, and I will see you next lesson.